My name is Alison DeGroot and I am the Managing Director for the Canadian Sporting Arms and Ammunition Association, or as we like to call it, the CSAAA. We're here today at our CSAAA 2020 trade show. This is Canada's industry trade show, so this is not open to the public. It is a buying show where we have Canada's largest manufacturers and distributors showcasing products for our retailers to come in and do their ordering. The CSAAA actually represents business owners in the firearms category. We represent 4,500 small businesses across the country here in Canada, and that ranges from a few manufacturers that are left in Canada, a large number of distributors, retailers, and gunsmiths in Canada.
I think the CSAAA is doing some really important, vital work, and the CCFR really wants to come out and support that. So we have partnered with them in a membership in their organization, which I think is really important. You know, different segments of our community to come together and be supportive of each other's efforts.
So in 2019, we completed the first ever economic impact survey of the industry in Canada. We did this in conjunction and partnership with the Ontario Federation of Anglers and Hunters, and they represented a coalition of wildlife federations. So we wanted to get a clear, accurate picture prior to the 2019 election of what was at stake here in Canada when we talk about firearms policy in Canada. And what we learned was the industry was much bigger than even we expected. So there's $8.9 billion of consumer spending driving our industry. It translates into about a $5.9 billion contribution to Canada's GDP. And collectively, we employ 48,000 Canadians across the country.
It shows the economic impact of what these regulations coming down from the government, what that might do to the economy, to the tax revenue, and to people's lives. People's livelihoods are at stake here.
It was much bigger, for example, than the hockey industry. It's almost as big as the beer industry in Canada. So, and once we were able to have conversations with politicians, especially candidates during the election, about that, and we were able to then break that down on a provincial level, and hopefully by the next election cycle, we'll be able to break that down on a riding by riding level. But there is no opportunity in Canada to train to become a gunsmith. So we decided that was a really good initiative for the industry to take on, since the need is our need. So we are working with some colleges across Canada to develop the very first ever in Canada college curriculum for gunsmithing. It will be located in the trades-based program of one of the colleges. We're working closely with the college right now to develop that curriculum. We're shooting for 2021 to get the first class started. And then once we have a curriculum developed, to share that with other colleges across the country who might have an appropriate base. So we're really excited about that initiative. And then from there we can go through to providing apprenticeship opportunities with our industry members, and there hopefully to a Canadian certification process. We are just asking to be treated like every other industry and have a proper industry regulator relationship regardless of what the product is.
The government needs to pay attention to it, and it's the obligation of all of us to ensure that they do.